Good morning everyone. Just want to show you how I did it. There's been a lot of experimenting on how to take off a male cone without wasting too much of the pollen. So here we are at the Bothasberg plant, which is coning nicely. You can see the cones comes out in portions. This one is still very far from out. This one has been out now and open. You can see how loose the bulla is. It's been open now for 3 days. You need to give it some time, even though you lose a little bit of pollen. When you tap it, you will see a little bit of pollen comes out, but you need to give it some time, because if the pollen sacs are not hardened, when it opens, the pollen sacs below here, as you can see below if you're looking there, they are still there. You can see them. Now those pollen sacs there, they dry out when the cone opens, and then they burst open and the pollen is released. If you take the cone off too soon, not within, let's say it just starts to shed pollen, and you cut the cone out, then the pollen sacs does not harden. It stops to harden and the whole thing will just eventually rot. You only get that little bit of pollen out, like 20% or 30% of the few bags that is already hardened. So essential for taking off a cone is a pan, a stainless steel pan, so that the pollen can easily be collected from it. Some people use newspaper, but the newspaper keeps back the some of the pollen. You need a tool which we made to take the peduncle out of the crown. I will show you now. You need a sharp knife to cut the peduncle, and you need sulphur powder to throw into the hole where you've taken out the peduncle. Now, don't buy medical grade sulphur. It will cost a lot of money. This is like 500 rand or something. I don't know, something ridiculous. You buy agricultural grade from any big supplier, chemical supplier. This is essential for taking off cones. Okay, let us take off this cone, which is definitely now right. What I do is I take the cone by the apex area like this, and then down there I can see the peduncle there, and I cut the peduncle off. And now I must not jerk on the cone. Then I put the cone in. See, I haven't wasted anything. You can see it's nicely open. And now I take this tool. I'm finished with it. I take this. Now you can see the peduncle is still here. If you don't take it off, the plant will take a year before it flushes again. If you take the peduncles out, within 3 months the plant will flush leaves or something like that. So you score a year, and it's very soft, and you don't need to worry that you will hurt the plant's insides, because the peduncle is in a tough capsule. You cannot hurt the. Can you see how easily it comes? I can take it out there, and you go in deep, take it all out. I can still see some of it, so I dig it out, all of it. You see, there's a lot coming out. You can easily go in like 5-6 inches, and you make sure that you take everything out. You can easily see the difference between the cone material or the peduncle material and the crown. You see how far I've taken it out. It's that depth out. So now, before it closes, you can see